Welcome to this session of Go Ask Debbie, QuickBooks, Estimates and Invoices. If you provide estimates, proposals, or bids, you'll use the Estimates button on the main screen. Simply click to open the estimates. Within the Estimates window, you'll notice you have a Customer:"Job drop-down. To start an estimate, you need to apply a customer and/or a job description by simply clicking on the drop-down. If you have no customers or jobs in your system yet, simply click Add New. Once the new customer window opens, simply type in the appropriate information for the customer and click OK to save and return to the estimate. Note, if you do not have all of the customer's information, you may come back to this at any time and input more information. Depending on your type of business, you may wish the company name to be the same as the customer name. Simply copy and paste this information, as there is no need to retype it. Once the address is filled in, simply click on the Copy button to apply the information to the Ship To information as well. This will pull in for different areas of QuickBooks, so it's handy to do it while you're in this screen. To continue inputting information on the customer screen, simply tab through the fields, or you may select a text box by clicking in it. Should you choose to use email to send invoices, estimates, or anything within QuickBooks, you'll want to ensure you have an email address for each of your customers. Notice the additional information, payment information, and job info tabs at the top of the screen. Click on any of these to add additional information about your customer. In the Categorizing and Defaults area, this allows you to provide information on your customers to allow you to track what marketing and sales efforts may be working best. In the Type area, if you click on the drop-down, Corporate and Referral are already filled in for you. Should you choose to add new types, simply click on the Add New button. Once you choose the payment terms from this drop-down, it will automatically appear in all estimates and invoices. You can change those at any time should you decide to change the payment terms on the fly. Make sure to input a preferred send method. QuickBooks allows for batch processing, and this way you can email multiple things at once or have multiple things printed at once, depending on your send method in the preferred area. Once you have entered the customer information that is available to you at this time, simply click on the OK button in the upper right-hand corner. This will save the customer information and return you to the estimate window. Notice the customer information pulls in automatically. Also, a date is filled in and an estimate number. Should you choose to change the series of numbers in the estimate area, simply click in the field and change your numbers. QuickBooks will automatically start numbering from this point forward. In each of the areas in QuickBooks, such as Estimates and Invoices, there are pre-filled out estimates. You may choose to change this by simply clicking on the drop-down and find one that better suits your company's needs. QuickBooks also allows you to customize the templates. Simply click on the Customize button and the following window opens. You may edit information, create a new template, or go to some more advanced options. Simply click Edit for this training. Notice the Customize window has tabs at the top of the screen. Simply click on any of the tabs to edit information that you wish to appear or to hide within the estimate. Notice on the Columns tab, You have options for information to display on the screen but not print, or do both. Simply check or uncheck as you wish, and you may also change the title by simply clicking in the title field and changing the header information. On the Company tab, as with the others, you may choose to show or hide certain information by simply clicking the checkboxes or unchecking as appropriate. Should you choose to have a logo on your estimate, simply click the checkbox and click Specify. Simply locate the logo on your computer and it will be inserted into the estimate. Note there are different formats needed for different versions of QuickBooks. You may need to convert your logo if you only have it in a specified format such as JPEG or bitmap. The Format tab allows you to change things such as the fonts within a template to match your company branding. Simply click on the Change button and choose from the list. Now that we've shown you how to input a customer and customize your templates, let's begin to use the estimate screen. Simply click on the area below to choose the item, a description, quantity, and rates, etc. To move through the fields, you may simply use the Tab button, or click in a particular field you choose. Remember, whether it is hourly billing or product quantity, you will always need to enter a quantity for QuickBooks to tally the information correctly. QuickBooks automatically pulls in the rate points that you have set for each item. If you choose to change that at this point, you may do so, without affecting the master pricing setup within an item. If you chose to set up taxes during the initial setup of your QuickBooks company, you may choose at this time to change an item as non-taxable. Simply click on the drop-down and change it appropriately. Continue adding items to your estimate by clicking on the drop-down and repeating the information we just walked through. QuickBooks allows you to add a customer message to any estimate by simply clicking on the drop-down here. Notice there are a few defaults, but you may choose Add New to specify a message for your company. Once you have completed your estimate, click on the Save and New button to create another estimate, or simply choose Save and Close. As with many programs, QuickBooks has a spell check option. Simply click on the spelling button and follow the spelling form options. Once you have estimates set up in QuickBooks, you may scroll through the list by simply clicking on the Previous or Next buttons on the top left corner of the screen. To print an estimate, simply click on the Print button. Depending on your version of QuickBooks, you may have options within the Print drop-down, such as Print Preview. If you chose Preview, a window very similar to Microsoft Word and Excel Print Preview will open. To navigate the Print Preview window, simply click on the Previous or Next Page buttons and zoom in or zoom out. Should you choose to print, simply click on the Print button. When you're ready, click on the Close button to close the Print Preview window. Should you wish to email instead of print, simply click on the drop-down for Email and choose Send. QuickBooks has a default email template. You may change this by simply clicking in the text area and changing the text to your company style. You may also edit this text to change it for future use. If your company prefers to do things in a batch process, which means multiple things at once, you may click on the checkbox in the lower left-hand corner for To Be Emailed or To Be Printed on certain screens. A really nice feature of QuickBooks is to quickly create an invoice based on an estimate. In the top right corner, simply click Create Invoice. Depending on the type of company you established when setting up your QuickBooks company, you may have options here to set up a percentage or a progress invoice. Simply choose the appropriate information and hit OK. Notice your Create Invoice window opens with all of the information pre-filled out for you. The invoice screen is very similar to the estimate screen. As with estimates, you may choose to change the invoice number by clicking in the text box and selecting a number you wish to start with. In our example of creating an invoice based on an estimate, we chose a progress invoice simply by choosing the checkbox and choosing 50%. You may change this at any point by simply clicking on the drop-down arrow in the top right corner. Just like with estimates, once you are complete, simply click the Save and Close button to close the invoice screen, or Save and New to save this invoice and create a new one. Thank you for taking this session of Go Ask Debbie, QuickBooks Estimates and Invoices. Be sure and take the other QuickBooks trainings to get a complete introduction to the QuickBooks system.